Alright, so I wanted to do a real quick addition to our legend and talk about ceiling finishes. We've gone in and put lighting fixtures in, and we have an acoustic ceiling here and a gypboard ceiling here. And it's very typical to have the pattern of your ceiling on the side and a call out for what that ceiling type is. So in the case of this gypboard ceiling, it looks like nothing, and it looks similar to the open to above to the roof, underneath of the roof. And so what I want to do is give this a pattern so we can put it in a legend. So I'm going to come in and sort of tab select until I get to that overall ceiling. And I'm going to go to edit type. I'm going to edit, and I'm going to edit the finished material of gypsum wallboard, right? And I'm just going to go in, and under the surface pattern, I'm going to add, right? They do have gypsum plaster, so you could use that. There's also one that's a little less dense, sand, right? So I'm just going to use the sand for this one, and it's up to you which one you want to use. And then click OK. Click OK, click OK, and you'll see it adds that pattern to the gypsum board, so you have a definition of the gypsum board to the acoustic ceiling tiles and then the open to above right here. Alright, so let's go ahead and create or add to the legend that we made in the last one. So we made a lighting fixtures legend. You can either add this or create a separate legend for it, following the directions in the previous video. I'm just going to add it to this one for the sake of speed, so I'm just going to double click on my lighting fixture, my little lighting fixture legend. And there's no way, it would be really nice if you could go in and add the legend icon just like the lighting fixtures here. So in that case, we had gone to annotate and gone down to legend component, and it gives us a legend component based on this pull down area. And in fact, if you come in here, there are ceilings, right? So I could go to the ceiling, but it only gives you a section of the ceiling. It's very frustrating, especially since if you go down to walls, like a basic brick on CMU, you can actually get a floor plan of the wall and a section, but you can't get an elevational view, which is, I don't know, it's very frustrating. So you can't do that, so I'm just going to hit escape a couple of times to cancel that command, delete that. So what we're going to do is, it's actually analog, and there is some information about putting an annotation phase in, and we're not going to do that. We're just going to do something very simple, and it's kind of pulling things backwards a little bit. Like Revit should be able to do this, is what I'm saying, but it doesn't. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to go to annotate, and I'm going to go to region, filled region. I'm going to come to edit type. I'm going to duplicate, and I'm going to call this gypboard RCP. Okay. And then I'm going to change the foreground fill pattern. Right. Let's see if I have it. I don't think it even has it under model. No. So I'm going to change the foreground fill pattern. I go to drafting and change it to the same thing that I put in. Right. And we'll make it gray since it was gray in that one. Okay. And then I'll duplicate, and I'll make this ACT 2x2 RCP. Click OK, and then change this guy to, I'm going to go to model for this one, and we're going to give it, I think they only have a 12-inch tile right now. We might have to make, there's a ceiling 24 by 24. Look at that. And click OK. So I don't have, and I'll go ahead and change this guy to black. I think we have it set at black in there. And then I'll click OK, and I can come in and make a rectangle that represents that swatch, right? So there's the 2x2 right? And then if I just copy that down, right, I'll come in and select this guy and flip it to the gypboard RCP, right? So now I have those two, and I can come in and just copy the text down, right? Right, and change that to the correct text. 2 by 2, right? Okay, so that's it for creating those little guys. And then if we go to our title page, our sheet, you'll see that that is now showing up on the sheet, right? And you can sort of see the coordination between the two. All right.